Hello, I'm Rick, and this is Pro Gamer Parent. Today I want to talk to you about how important it is that we as parents actually take our responsibility when it comes to the devices and the games our kids play. We are responsible for training responsible kids who loves solving hard, challenging questions for the people that matter to them in a way that makes both parties happy and grateful for every day's work they do. And that's our responsibility until they're grown up to take that responsibility for themselves. I quite often, and one of the reasons I'm doing this channel is I think computer games get a bad rap because we don't take that responsibility as parents. We think we do, but then habits are hard to break, so we keep watching our phones for the latest platform that we're following. So we don't forget to click that like, and that imaginary tribe would think bad of us for not showing up. And that attention is attention stolen from our kids. And how can we expect them to not have the same challenge we have with controlling their intention, controlling where they invest their attention? If we don't lead, if we don't show, we can focus on them. Give attention to get attention, but it's not instantaneously. If you haven't done this for 14 years, showing up and saying, stop what you're doing, here's a boundary, there you go, now you shape up. That's not how you drive change. You have to take the lead. You have to show that you care. You have to show that you're interested in what they're interested in. And once again, you don't have to fake it, but show up, be curious, and once again, try to learn what is it that piquing their interest. And then, yes, you're the grown-up in the family. How can you transform that knowledge, that attention, into something that benefits for the good? If you do pay attention, I'm quite sure that you will find that your kid is, once again, if you're looking for the things to compliment on, you'll find that your kid is really, really good at English. And then salute them for that. Praise them for that. Observe that. Perhaps you can give them a compliment and I heard how you were really, really good at encouraging your friend to take that leap, to go for it, where there was tension or nervousness or whatever it was. Tell me more about how you were thinking. Perhaps you can say, I observed that you were good at saying no to a tactic that you didn't believe in. Or I observed that you were really good at that team play, that you were ensuring that everyone was in on the tactic before you acted on it. Show what you observe. And if you don't understand, once again, ask questions. But give attention to them and give attention to yourself. Don't say, get off that phone or stop playing that game when you the last hour have checked Facebook 5 times or just had to answer an email that surely no one will act on until Monday morning anyway. So be mindful of really the signals you are giving them too. And I also think that we have to own the challenges with technology, because we as a parent, we spend the most time with our kids of anyone, and we have to take that shoulder on first. I find so many people want someone else to take that responsibility. I wish schools would teach them not to use this that I'm addicted to. I wish the my daughter's in the kindergarten. I wish the kindergarten would teach them how to do this, or at least be a safe haven where they don't do it. Like, once again, I'm not setting healthy boundaries for myself. Or I wish the government, or I wish someone, instead of asking, well, how good am I of protecting the healthy boundaries in my life? in my family's life? How good am I at doing the hard work required in my work with passion, with engagement, so I have free time, so I can actually have that free time to spend with my kids? It's really, really hard, but it's worth doing because the life you're living is the life you're giving your child. As Jung said before Freud wrote his thesis, was the biggest trauma to any kid is the unlived life of the parents. And that's where it starts. Are you living your life the way you want to? And how are you embodying things that your kids will learn from? And once again, don't underestimate the forces. Every time they see that you're hiding behind the screen, you're doing things from behind the screen, they observe. I'm not perfect. I love phones. I love what we can do with them, but I also see in reports that it's destroying the connectivity within families, and we're really, really becoming bad at connecting, because once again, the phone is such a grateful tool. It's always there for you, it's always responding, it's always giving you a dopamine kick, but that dopamine kick can destroy feelings of connectiveness or belongingness with your kid. If I go to any training activity where there's a match going on, half of the people watching from above is on a phone most of the time, checking things for that small dopamine rush of getting a like on a like, or getting to watch some video of 30 seconds that really doesn't matter in your life. If you didn't have that 2 days later, if you saw it or didn't see it, doesn't matter. But your kid who's playing at the football field or doing whatever matters. Do pay attention to that. And yes, it's a challenge for us. So if we're not embracing that challenge, how can we expect our child to do that? And there's no easy answer. And once again, I don't think I'm here to tell you games are for good. I love games, what they're doing for you. But of course, we need to figure out how to balance all sorts of activities. This mental muscle really needs physical exercise. So that's one way. Instead of setting boundaries, encourage physical activity, because that will make them a better player. Once again, do some web search and you'll find that most of the really, really successful competitive players, they do figure out how to keep themselves healthy and fit too, because you can't afford to lose that attention. Make yourself part of their solution. Make yourself part of the life they want to live. And you'll find that. And in work, leadership, so many studies show that put a spotlight on what's working. Put a spotlight of the behavior you want to see more of, and then the results will follow. Happiness is the same thing. Happiness studies shows that focus on the good, not set healthy boundaries, of course, but don't focus on the negative stuff. That's how you find happiness. And I think it's the same thing when it comes to balance for your child. Embrace what they love, focus on what they love, and focus on the learning there. And then you can focus on, okay, how can you take this to the next level? Once again, where more is not better. Better is better than more. So how can we make this better? How can you go in with intention to become better? And once again, after, they're not going to jump at it, but evaluate after 3 weeks to see, did this make it better? Did this change the game for you? And once again, take your own responsibility too. It's not just the kids that needs to change. If you want to see a change in others, start with you. And yes, it's scary, but it's way more successful. So please start today. Don't wait. Your kids need you to connect to them so they can have the life they want. Yes, to really drive the nail home, the rescue boats of helping your child pay attention to the game that matters isn't coming from someone else. You are their parents. You have to help them. You're the grown-up. You have to protect them. You have to lead by example, not by theory, but by example, in how to control your own intention and how to follow through on what really matters, which is connecting with our families, with our child, and help them succeed in what matters to them. Once again, help them solve for them interesting problems for the people that they care about. And they will be happy and they will be successful. Like Zig Ziglar says, you can have everything you want as long as you help enough people get what they want. It's the same thing when it comes to gaming too. So do take this seriously. Do show up, please. Your kid is depending on you, even if it's scary. Thank you for showing up again. Bye.